5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Hey folks, and welcome into another edition of In the Booth with Earl Hall. It has been a simply fantastic week already, and it's just Wednesday as I'm recording this podcast like I do from now on every Wednesday. This is episode 2 of In the Booth with Earl Hall. You know, on yesterday, some really exciting things happened in my realm of voiceover. One of my new agents sent me over a brand new script to go ahead and do, and the life of a voiceover artist, for me anyway, is extremely rewarding. It's beneficial. I'm able to tap into my creative juices and everything else. Well, one of the questions that I've been getting a lot is in regards to script interpretation. How do you really get into a script and kind of lose yourself? And I can tell you this, being a voiceover talent is more so, especially nowadays, about being a voice actor. You've got to hone those skills of acting, not just reading a script. And we all know better than to think you can just read a script and be a voiceover artist. You've really got to put some effort into this and really do some sometimes crazy things while you're in the booth. I'm one of those animated guys. I just kind of, I'm flapping my arms. I'm doing everything to kind of get into character, depending on what the script is all about. Well, when it comes down to script interpretation, here's one of the easiest things that I can tell you about. And what I call it is the ramp up, and I call it a ramp up because it's how you go into a script. It's how you start that script off. It's one thing to get a script, and I'll read you one line, and I'll show you how this ramp up works and how I believe it can really, really help you in what you're doing in the booth and delivering a script. So here's the line. Don't you know how important it is to eat regular meals, especially at your age when you're growing? Okay, that's the line. Don't you know how important it is to eat regular meals, especially at your age when you're growing? So what is this? This is a line from a script which is a coach, and he's talking to like a middle schooler that's on the track team about the importance of eating healthy and things of that nature. So when you look at the script, and the script says, don't you know how important it is to eat regular meals, especially at your age when you're growing? There's a couple of things that you have to do here. Visualize who you're talking to. Visualize this kid on the track team. Let's say it's Johnny. Visualize Johnny. Johnny's about 13 years old, 12, 13, somewhere in there. And he's on the track team, and he's not doing really well. He's having trouble completing his laps. He's not really engaged in it, and he's been eating the wrong types of food. Okay, that's kind of to put your mind into visualizing who it is that you're talking to. So now, how are we going to deliver this line? Don't you know how important it is to eat regular meals, especially at your age when you're growing up? Okay, that may sound pretty good to you. But when I do a ramp up, let me explain what the ramp up is. A ramp up is putting yourself in the situation before you start delivering that script and kind of talking to that avatar of Johnny and then going into the script. So it would be something like this. Excuse me. All right, now, here's the line again. Don't you know how important it is to eat regular meals, especially at your age when you're growing? All right, now that could be pretty good. Now, let me visualize. Let me get into the mindset of Johnny here. And let's have a conversation with Johnny before we go into the script. Don't you know how important? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Professional cough there. All right, here we go. Hey, Johnny, what's going on, man? Look, you're not really doing too well. It doesn't look like you're getting around the track as well as you should be getting around. Look, this is a really important meet coming up. Don't you know how important it is to eat regular meals, especially at your age when you're growing? Do you see the difference? Do you kind of feel that? Okay, so when you do that, what I call the ramp up, you have this little conversation to put yourself in the mode of, speaking to this person. You're not reading a script. You're speaking to a person, and you want to deliver it in a real manner, you want to deliver it in a natural manner, and you want it to come across as real and authentic. This what I call the ramp up. I'm not sure what anyone else calls it, but I call it the ramp up. So you'll probably start calling it the ramp up as well. And it gets you in the frame of mind to really deliver a real read, a natural read in your own voice, speaking to someone that, put Johnny or make Johnny your niece or nephew or whatever it is. But, when you're delivering a script, if you put yourself in the mindset of speaking to a real person as opposed to reading off the page, you're going to do a whole lot better. Look, I hope this has helped. Leave your comments and questions below. And I tell you what, you want to make sure that you visit the website, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. I've got a link to it in the description. Also, my YouTube videos. If you haven't been watching those, you got to catch up on those. I deliver a lot of great information, tutorials, and so on in my YouTube videos. So I've got a link to that in the description as well. So make sure that you subscribe, follow, even on this podcast. And I'll tell you what, I'll see you on next week. You have a great one.